so much for watching. In today's video, I am sharing my bathroom renovation with you, and I cannot even believe it's the same space. It's completely different every inch. I feel like you guys are going to be super shocked at the before and at the after. And this project is also in collaboration with and sponsored by the Home Depot. I truly cannot believe I'm speaking those words. Things like this do not happen because of me. They happen because of each and every one of you guys watching, commenting, liking, subscribing. So thank you so much for all of your support. If anything, I just want this video to inspire you guys that you can do a lot more yourself than you probably think you can, because this whole process was a lot easier and a lot more smooth than I was expecting, so I cannot wait to share it with you. I also did 2 blog posts to go along with this video. One is on the Home Depot blog and one is on my blog. They both have tons of photos, and if you guys are doing this or if you just want to see a little more of the process than you'll see in this video, definitely check out those posts. I'm gonna link them below. If you're new, subscribe to join our fam. I'd love to have you, and give this a like if you find it helpful. Also share it with any of your family or friends who's also in the home renovation process. So I hope that you guys enjoy this, and let's get started. The before of this bathroom is just sad. I feel like that is the perfect word to describe this. We've been waiting to do our bathrooms as the last step of our whole home renovation, and it's just dark and dreary, outdated. Everything is just old and dingy. I'm sure you guys can see the vanity was falling apart. One of the drawers was like falling off. The light was falling apart. The floors really didn't make any sense in this space. And the only thing that we did since moving in were hang towel bars, because I just knew this bathroom was so bad that small things here and there really didn't make sense. I wanted to wait until we could just rip everything out and start over and get it all done at the same time. I also wanted to give you guys a little overview of some of my favorite products going in the room. So the very first thing is a faucet. It's from the Trinsic collection by Delta, and almost everything I'm showing you guys is available in several color options. If this is a little too fun and bold and out there for you, there are some that are a lot more neutral. But you guys know me, I love my gold and rose gold tones. The style of these faucets is just so sleek and modern. They also save you water, so a total win-win. And then I also chose 3 different tiles to use in this space. They are all from the Jeff Lewis collection, which is available at the Home Depot, and I didn't even know that he had a line there until I did this video. So they are just some of the coolest tiles, you guys. They all go together really nicely. The last thing I wanted to show you guys real quick is the vanity, because it came completely assembled. I was not expecting that at all. It also has soft close hinges on the doors and drawers. It comes with knobs, but you guys already know I switched out those knobs because I do that on just about every piece of furniture I buy. I love to personalize things, and I just feel like that saved us a ton of time not having to put this together, so that was a major plus. So it's day 1. I'm going to do a voiceover for most of today because I sound like this. It's pouring rain, but we've got stuff to do. Now this is when the demo started, and you guys already know my husband Chad was a major help to me throughout this whole thing. So we just started pulling apart the vanity and then the old shower and bath, just ripping out those faucets. And then the very top, the first clip you guys see is without the wall system, with that pulled out. The next clip is with the bathtub out, and I like to keep it real and show you guys the real deal. So this huge mess is just what we had going on. All right, I don't know if you're ready for this, because I don't know if I'm ready for this. Such a mess, but so much progress in these last few hours. So the tub is in here. It's upside down. That's what the bottom looks like. It's about to go in. Once we had a clean slate, it was time to install the Delta Classic bathtub and upstyle surround. And this is what it looks like when you pull it out of the packaging. So it only is 3 pieces. The directions are very easy to follow. I was expecting us to have some hiccups, but we really didn't. And this is also direct to stud installation, so there's not a bunch of layers or anything. It really is very straightforward. Once the upstyle was in, we installed our faucets, and there is a ton of great information on the Home Depot blog about the upstyle system. Where the faucets go is totally based on your plumbing and also personal preference, and so some people have their shower head above the upstyle system. As you guys can see, we did it in the upstyle system, so totally up to you. And up next, we installed the shower door. So you guys will see this door is in a chrome color. We did a mixed metal look in this space. Some things are chrome, some things are champagne bronze. Honestly, I think it turned out really cool. At first, I felt like it was a little bit risky, but I'm so happy that we did that because it does stand out a little and look a little bit different, but it isn't too different. We focused on a lot of the bigger projects first because we just wanted to make sure if we needed help from like family or friends or anything on projects, we'd have time to work with their schedule, but things went very smooth. So there really is no perfect order for projects. Of course, some things have to be done before other things, but I always recommend just doing the big things first so you don't have to worry about them. And once the shower door was in, we moved on to caulking. And a really great thing about the upstyle is because it's only 3 pieces, not only does it go in really fast, but it also doesn't have a whole lot of caulking that you have to do. So we just taped the edges and then I caulked on all the seams and I ran a smoothing tool over the caulk. Do not be intimidated by caulking if you are an amateur like I am, because that tool is going to smooth everything away and make everything even. If you have parts that are thicker and thinner than others, it just gets rid of all of that. So yeah, don't be intimidated because I was, but after I ran the tool over it, it looked great. Okay guys, it's 6:40 p.m. Things are happening. I have a lot of updates to share with you, so I'm gonna spin this around and show you where we are. Floors are gone and out of here, which makes me so happy, except for right there. And then we're pulling out this guy. I'm not going to miss you. And up next is the flooring, and it's the Jeff Lewis tile that I cannot stop talking about to anyone and everyone because I love it that much. But we're laying this out on cement board, which is directly on top of the subfloor. Not a whole lot of layers here either. And you first want to lay everything out because there are going to be pieces that have to be cut when they're going up against the wall and edges. So you want to do all of that first before you are doing it permanently, and that way you're not scrambling. My husband Chad helped me a lot with the tile saw because I think we can all agree that's a pretty intimidating step, so he definitely was a big help with that, and I was laying everything out to make sure we were good to go. And then we moved on to thin set mortar to secure the tiles to the floor and let that sit for 24 hours before moving on to the next step. And pretty much every tile, or at least a lot of tiles nowadays, do come in sheets, but I definitely recommend that you stick with sheets because it goes down so much faster, especially if you are DIYing. It's going to save you a lot of time. And then we moved on to the grout, and we used 1/8 inch spaces on all of the grout. They're these little spacers that look like a T, so that way, you know, everything is perfectly aligned. It makes it so much easier. We also chose a gray color for all of the grouts, and I just think gray is so much easier to care for than white, and I think it definitely gives a more modern look. So if you guys like that too, definitely go with gray. The floor is in and it seriously looks amazing. It hasn't been like fully wiped off yet, but just so you can see, I love the gray with the white. It just like pops off each other so well. It perfectly matches the inside here of the tile. I'm so excited about this. I think it'll look so good with all the hardware detailing too. And then in the shower, we are about to put up this stuff, like actual wall, what do you call that? Why can I not think of that right now? Up here, and then there's going to be some tile up there, and the toilet is about to go in. Obviously very necessary. We let the grout dry for 24 hours before moving on to the toilet. So this is a Delta. I believe it's called the Rioza Select Elongated Toilet, and our last one was round, so the elongated style gave us a little bit more floor space. I was very happy about that. This is not the smallest bathroom in the world, but it definitely isn't the largest, so any extra floor space I am very happy to get. And then I told you guys on Instagram I have a bathroom renovation highlights saved, so definitely check that out if you haven't seen it. There's a lot of really fun, just like updates and peaks along the way there. But this toilet handle is one of my favorite small details in the bathroom. So it's at least a few days since our last update. I'm just going to show you guys some things. I don't know what the last thing is that I showed you, so I'm about to start painting the bathroom, but I wanted to show you guys the tile in here. It is the prettiest tile, the coolest tile. I love it so much. It's just being finished up right now. A few small spaces that don't have any tiles, so that is the look that we're going for up here. It also is going up here. While I'm painting, my husband Chad is finishing up the tile work in the shower. So the tile that we used in the channel inlay in the Delta Up style, we also put above it. And I think it just opens up this space. It makes it feel a little bit larger than it is. So if you have a smaller space, if it feels kind of cramped, bring things upwards and it will feel a little more open. So I'm just filling some holes and sanding the walls down a little bit wherever there are bumps or just things that need to be smoothed out. I can't remember the exact name of this paint color, but I will definitely link it for you guys. And it actually is the first sample I chose. I loved it so much, I decided to go with it. You probably noticed it right behind the toilet when that was being installed, because once your toilet is installed, you cannot paint behind it, so definitely do that first. And then of course the swatch on the wall is the same color, but I just love how light it is. It's very neutral and serene and relaxing feeling. And this is actually the third time we painted our bathroom since we've lived here. The first two times I went with colors that were way more bold, not super bold, but definitely a lot brighter, and it just never seemed to work in this space. So this go around, I knew I needed to go very neutral. And then we moved on to grouting the shower tile after that was completely set. All of the directions, you guys, on literally everything is just very straightforward. So just follow the directions on the package, but it is so much easier than you're probably thinking, because everything was a lot easier than I was thinking it would be. The last tile we used is behind the vanity, and I love this vanity so much. I wanted to make sure it was a major focal point in the room, so that's why I decided to put tile behind it. It goes from counter all the way to ceiling, because again, that is just going to make it such a focal point, and I just think it looks a lot more finished and put together this way. Of course, it's a Jeff Lewis tile, and it is a larger size, so it went up very quickly. I have my teacher and my helping hand, my husband Chad. He's showing me how much product I need and exactly how to lay everything out. Then we moved on to the Delta Trinsic faucet. I believe this has at least 4 or 5 color options, and it's so sleek that I feel like it looks good in a lot of different spaces, in a lot of different styles. I know so many of you like the farmhouse style. I think this would look great in there in a different color, so I totally recommend this faucet. I cannot get over this as well. And that is the complete reveal. I hope you guys love this space as much as we do. I'm so just happy to have this and use it every day. And if you enjoy this video, give it a like, subscribe if you're new, share it with anyone that would find it helpful. I think we actually are going to do the shower version of the Delta Up style in our smaller bathroom, because I feel like if we can do the tub version, we can probably do the shower one. Seems like it might be a little bit easier, but this whole process was just so much smoother than I was expecting. So I totally encourage you guys to check out the Delta Up style and everything else I shared with you. Everything's down below. Definitely check out those 2 blog posts because there's tons of photos, and I think you guys will just get like a better view in pictures sometimes. So yeah, don't miss those, and I'll see you right here in a few days in a brand new video. Bye!